announcement. We're going to start in about another 5-10 minutes. So please encourage you to roam around, take a look at our booths, get some water, stay hydrated. If you have some shade, please take a knee in the shade. But we're going to get started in about another 5-10 minutes. Okay? Thank you.
What's up, guys? Max here at Kadena Air Force Base, where, as you can see behind me, people are forming up for what is the first ever Team Kadena Unity Walk. So this is something that the people here put together in the last few weeks with support from the base commanders to support kind of the stuff that's been going on back in the States with all the protests over police killings of black men and women. So what they're doing here is they've put this thing together. It's not a protest, it's just an event to show support and unity from all the people related to the military installations out here in Okinawa. So we're about to have a presentation to get started, then we're going to do a 5K walk, and we're all going to hang out and join together in solidarity for hopefully the betterment of our nation and all the nations abroad in which we serve. So I'm going to take you guys around and show you what's going on. Let's go check it out. Cool. All right, guys, so I'm over here at with Tiffany, and what's the name of your booth, or what do you guys do at this booth?
Our booth is about George Floyd, and we're talking about the Human Rights Campaign. So right now we have a few questions up so that we can encourage conversation amongst our participants. So one of them says, about yourself, have you learned about yourself in light of recent events? So this is a learning period. A lot of people are finding out maybe they said some things that weren't quite okay. Maybe they were insensitive and they didn't know it at the time. So we want to see what people are learning about themselves and how they plan to improve themselves in the future.
Okay. So have you been asking people, so you've been out here asking people what they've learned. What have been some interesting answers? Maybe I can say what I've learned.
So right now we're in the early stages of our event. Hi, how are you? So we want to make sure that people are getting the QR code. So right now people are just kind of saying, I don't know. That's a fair answer right now. I'm still learning. So in this process, people are still learning about themselves, and that's fair too. As long as you're taking a moment to be insightful about, maybe I did make some mistakes and maybe I need to apologize, or maybe I don't know as much as I thought I did. So
yeah, I think for me it's been a lot about empathy and trying to understand some of the reasons why people act out in the ways that they do, because there's a lot of talk about, you know, well, what do protests do? What do these things actually accomplish? Or, you know, why is there so much anger directed towards certain groups like police and stuff? And then kind of get into the bottom of the problem, seeing it from a different perspective that I maybe haven't before, and try to understand, like, you know, the way I described it to somebody was like when you cut somebody off in traffic, right? Why did you cut somebody off in traffic? Because it didn't help you, but you were angry, you know? And so sometimes people do things in anger, and we have to try to empathize with things that we don't understand, you know? And there's been a lot of injustice in, you know, in criminal justice and policing, and I think it's become something that finally everyone's engaging in conversation about.
And I think that's the most important, engaging in the conversation, having the tough conversations, and spreading that education any way we can. So that's why this event is really important for Team Kadena.
Awesome. Thanks, Tiffany, for talking to us.
No problem. Have a nice day. There are QR codes.
And we'll take a moment of silence before we get this going. Thank you, everybody.
We will pray shortly, and I need it. Hey, first of all, just look around you right now. Take a moment, and this is a Team Kadena effort, and this is part of a Team Kadena conversation, and I'll tell you, it's going to be part of an ongoing conversation and an effort as we go forward. And Chief Duvall, again, just like Chief Bender mentioned, thank you so much for your leadership, and all the volunteers, the unit leadership that stepped up, and really for the last several weeks has been leading at the small group at the unit level, which is really where we're going to get those efforts underway in this conversation that we know we have to have. So thank you so much for your leadership and your work there. As Chief Bender mentioned, there's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of justified anger that we have in our community and our nation. And what I'm so proud about is this team of servicemen and women and your family members. This is yet another way you're serving. And you're doing it in a beneficial way. You're doing it in a way that builds our community. You're doing it in a way that loves on one another. in a selfless way, and I'm incredibly proud to be part of this. I've charged our leadership just over the last few weeks to make sure that we're listening before we speak. We're making sure that we're putting in an effort to really learn the stories. And based on the color of our skin, the neighborhoods that we grew up in, the different socioeconomic backgrounds we have, there are certain things that if you haven't experienced, it's a fact of it, we all have them. But if we start off with the conversation and listening and developing understanding, educating ourselves, and moving out in unity, we have proven time and time again that this Air Force, this community can do amazing things. So thank you. I know we've got certain rule sets that Chief Duvall went over. That's part of living as a military community overseas. And I appreciate your patience as we work through those so we could develop an event like this. Thank you for what you do. Proud to be a part of it. And y'all have a great time today as we learn more about one another.
All right, guys, what's up? So we're over here. There's a booth doing a time capsule so we can all make suggestions and then put our ideas into the suggestion box, which is going to go into a time capsule, which, I don't know, when will they open the time capsule, do you know?
I have no idea. No one said the year.
A 20-year, 30-year, 10-year? Okay, so eventually, sometime in the future, people will open up these suggestions, and I hope they find a lot of beautiful things, so we're going to make a little contribution to the time capsule. So I'll show you what we're going to write.
You want to sound the wall? Love always wins.
No, you got it right.
Oh, I want those markers. Yeah, with the good color. That's our girl right there.
Wife, you can believe it from someone else.
I'm currently getting in trouble from my wife because I'm always making fun of her saying, why are you always going to school? Why are you always going to school? But hey, the truth is, education is the path to freedom. Get out there, you should always be educating yourself. I just learned this yesterday on the episode with Ty Smith. Education is everything. You should always be educating yourself. If you're not growing with your intelligence, then you're dying, then you're stagnant, then you're not doing anything with your life, right? If you're not growing, you're not living. So get out there, educate yourself, keep reading, keep growing, keep learning, take classes, talk to people, have conversations, whatever it is. Just always be learning, right? And that's what I wrote in the time capsule.
Stereotypes, and is there a difference between all of them the same thing?
What's up, guys? I'm here with German. We're at one of the booths, and the booth is how do you define anti-racism? We were just talking about it, and I said I think anti-racism can be defined as being able to speak out against it when you see it, calling it out when you see it, making sure people are aware when maybe they're having racist or biased ideas or positions on things without realizing it. Would you say that, is that sort of on track?
Yeah, that's definitely on track. It's more of it's not enough to be not racist. It's more, you have to go out of your way to not to be anti-racist, to call it out when you see it, like you said, attack the issue right there and then to make sure that people in the room know that it's not all right to talk about that. Because if you give that okay that one time, you're gonna think that it's okay all the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's obviously never okay, right?
Yes, sir.
And are you in the military?
Yes, sir.
What are you in?
Air Force.
Air Force. We got a good Air Force dude out here kind of sporting the event. I think it's so cool that we were able to do this event today, considering it. I think it took a lot of guts from leadership to put on this event when it's obviously there's a lot of barriers to military participating in social causes that can be politicized. Which this is obviously not what that event is. It's not a protest. It's just all of us getting together and showing unity. I think that's a really positive way to support it. Do you ever feel like it's frustrating to be in the military when you want to speak out on social problems?
For sure, it's definitely frustrating. I was definitely one of the first person. I went to my leadership right away when I saw it happen. I was like, what can we do? And they were like, we have to wait for the okay. And then when I'd say everything changed, even leadership's mind changed when Chief Wright came out and posted that comment on Facebook, and everybody just like, it was like, okay, if he could do it, then we can do it.
Okay, awesome.
But in a not a protest way, you know, just supporting.
Yeah, you mean the Chief of the Air Force, right?
Yeah, Chief
Sergeant Major of the Air Force. Yeah, yeah, I saw that post. That was pretty intense. Maybe what I'll do is I'll post that up on the screen so people can see what that is if they haven't seen it.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, German. Thanks very much. Hey, the walk starts. So we're gonna get on the walk, and I'll see you when we get back on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. Okay, the walk is starting. We're starting to walk. We're off on our 5K walk around Kadena Air Force Base. I'll stop and show you guys a couple sites along the way. We're walking past the Schilling Community Center and the Base Exchange and all the kind of the MWR facilities out here. Here we go. We're off. We're on it. How's it going? Hey, what are you guys walking for today? What brought you guys out today?
We're here for the Unity Walk, stand together. We're carrying a load on our back to remind ourselves that even though we might be suffering a little bit for a 5K, that there's so many others in more pain than us. So
that's awesome. All right.
Shout out to everyone here.
Get some, guys. That's awesome. You guys look like carrying about 100 pounds each.
And they gave me the 5-pound bag.
It's not 100 pounds each.
They taking it easy on me.
It's the least we can do.
Nice. That's awesome. People are getting after it today. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. We should have done that. I guess I'm carrying this camera. It's like, if I hold it out like this, it's pretty tough. How long can I do it? Like 1 minute? 1 minute, 0.5? 1 minute, 0.75? Nobody talks about minutes like that. I'm trying to make it a thing. My hand is already shaking. Look at this. That's why I get in the gym. It's been 10 minutes. All right, guys, we're at 15 minutes of holding the camera. All right, I'm checking back in. 30 minutes I've been holding it. All right, guys, been 1 hour, 15 minutes in. 4 hours. All right, 10 hours. All right.
Let me duck so I'm not.
What are you guys walking for today?
We're walking for unity.
Nice. That's what we're all out here for, right?
That's right.
You guys hear that? All that noise? All those cicadas? Is that what those are? Some kind of cricket monsters in the woods making noise? Sometimes I think my tires on my car are screeching, but it's just bugs in the woods. We're over here on in the residential part of Kadena Air Force Base where the schools are, and we're continuing on this 5K. And I'm thinking we're about 2,000 people strong. Look at this. How awesome is that? How cool is that?
Having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys.
Okay, guys, we just finished the Kadena Unity 5K walk, and we're getting out of here. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful walk. Everything was great. Everyone was getting along. The whole thing was amazing. I hope we do this again. I hope we do this annually or biannually or however they want to do it. But it was really cool. All these booths are still going on, but we got to run and take care of some stuff today. So be kind to each other. Be good. Support one another. Support a good cause. And we'll talk to you soon.